Hey everybody, it's Doug here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new playthrough. I know it's been a while, y'all. Life's been really interesting for me and my family. We've had a lot of ups and downs, a major death in the family, and some other things. I'm here to pump you up with some fun gameplay, so I'm not going to dwell on that. But it's just been a rough period, and so I'm sorry for the very big gap in production of videos. Luckily, I have like over 1,000 videos of gameplays on the channel already, so you can go back and experience some of those if you like, and that'll keep you entertained, I hope. All right, and of course you can go back to the beginning and see how bad I was when I started. It's pretty funny. But anyway, we're going to play a little small box game, and what I love about this is it is a small box. It's something you could take traveling with you. That is a solo-based adventure game called Light in the Dark. Now this is based on the Pest universe, which I absolutely know nothing about. And there is another game, a larger scale game around this, where you're playing plague doctors and going around the country trying to solve the pest problem, I guess, and the plague problem. But in this particular one, you're just by yourself, and you're traversing the land, getting equipment, fighting enemies, exploring, healing villages, gathering herbs, and eventually trying to take on the big boss of the region. And that's what we're going to do today. Now, we have 20 turns to do that in, and what you can see right here is our turn track. We have 3 quests, a starting quest, a middle quest, and an end quest. Now, the thing about the quests are, you have to complete them before you get off the board, so I can't complete them in any order. Like, I can't start this one until I'm here, can't start this one until I'm here. Being a solo game, this isn't really a win or lose situation, it's how many points can you gather, right? Now, in the end, we could lose to the final boss, which means we wouldn't score those points. But we're just going to be scoring the points to see how well we do against the game, right? To do that, we're going to be traversing our character. In this case, we have Halartelic. He is the writer. This little crown here shows not only a victory point you're going to get at the end of the game for using him, but also his difficulty level, which is 1, meaning he's easy. And I think the reason he's so easy is because he's max life and 4 movement to start with. It's pretty good. And these are his 3 stats. So health, movement, and combat. He's got a starting combat of 2. And he's got an enemy that he's +1 against, which is cultists. We'll talk about enemies in a moment. But we do have these 4 quests. I'm going to put them up on screen so you can read the description if you want, but just for the sake of brevity, because this isn't supposed to be a long game, I'm just going to tell you what we have to do. In this one, we're going to have to kill 3 enemies and heal 2 villages together to get 6 victory points. We have to do that before it leaves this board, this quest track. We have 20 turns to do the whole game in, but we got to get these quests done sooner. Now, to heal a village, we have to have herbs, and we have to have a village present. We don't have one on the current map board. I'll show you that, but we'll get them. To kill enemies is simple. We're going to run into enemies, we're going to fight them, we're going to kill them, and we're going to get to put that there. Or they're going to kill us. That could happen too, I suppose. The other thing about villages, which is interesting, is they're going to occupy a map space, and because they're riddled with plague, you can't move through them until you have the ability to cure them. So we have to go around them and try and find herbs to cure them. So this is our first quest. In our second one, it's simple. We have to gain items. We can only carry 2 items at a time, but many of them are one use, so we'll use them and move on to the next. But you can see we have to gather 4 items to get the second one. That one actually feels a little easier to me than this one, and this is the starting quest. And then lastly, we're back to healing villages. We have to heal 2 more villages, and then we're going to get 6 victory points for that. So there's also some other things on this board. This means that the monsters on the board are going to respawn, the enemies. This means that the enemies are going to get tougher by 1, and we'll put a little token out with the enemy board on. You'll see how that works as we go. All right, we did talk a little bit about our character, so we're going to get to the monsters right now. They're basically these 4 types of monsters in the game, and they have their own stats. There's wolves, bandits, giants, and cultists. And basically, their stats are this. So 1 health, 1 movement, 1 combat. And we get a reward when we kill them. So in the case of the wolves, we're going to get a +1 health. We're already at maximum health, so hopefully if we do fight some wolves, we've taken some damage, we can heal. For killing bandits, we're going to get a bonus to movement. It's like gaining experience points. For killing the giants, we're going to get a +1 to our combat. And for killing a cultist, we're going to get choose our own version of that. This next card here is our our phase tracker. Every turn, before we have to move this time token here, we're going to get to take 3 actions, and then we're going to have an enemy phase. In those actions, we can move our full movement of 4 up 2, and then we can take an optional action, which will end our movement. We can attack an enemy, heal a village, take an item, or take a herb. Now, if we're fighting with an enemy, they're going to have their hit points. So we're going to say, let's say we're fighting a cultist or giant. They have 3 hit points. We're going to put that there, and we're going to have to do 3 hits against them to defeat them. And to do that, we're going to be rolling 2 sets of, 2 6-sided dice. Basically looks like this. We have the white dice. They have the black dice. And whoever rolls higher plus their bonuses wins that round, and we either take a health damage or we kill the enemy or they kill us. That's it, y'all. I think it's easy enough to get started based on that very quick explanation. We do have stacks of cards off to the side, as well as a map space. I'll take this off for just a moment to show you what a map looks like close up. I might put one on screen for you as well. This is a starting space. You can tell by that little guy right there. Now, we can move around the board, so basically moving here, there's going to be a little item token, which you probably saw. It'll be right there. We can stop there, collect the item, but that ends that movement for that phase of our 3 phases. And then we can move around and start exploring the region. When we do get here, we go here. It takes us an extra movement point to explore the next region. And that's it. We have a stack of terrain cards. We have to get through them to find the boss. The boss is somewhere in the final 4 cards. Could be the last one. That would suck. And we're going to draw from this deck to populate our world as we move around. These are items. I shuffled them up. They're just randomized. I give them another little shuffle just because I don't want to take things out of the box. I played it once already, so it's okay. It should be really well shuffled. Enemies and the bosses. Okay. With that, we can absolutely get started. So we're going to go to the board. And we're going to start taking our first phase for our player. All right. So like I said, we got Howler Telek here. He has a movement of 4. But on this first phase of 3, we're only going to move 1 because we do want that item. Even though we can't count it toward our quest now, items are useful. So we're going to move there. And it's just simply, you're going to take this token off. And you're going to collect an item from the deck. Get one more cut. What do we get? We get the Greater Torch Wand. Wow, I have to think this is good. I don't know what, I'll look and see what this does. Basically, what this says is it's got 3 uses before you discard it. So that looks like a very powerful item. Let's take a look on the book to see what that does. I have a feeling that means we get to re-roll our dice. That's what it looks like, but we're going to check just to be sure. I haven't run into this item. So there's a Torch Wand, which just has 2 uses, and there's a Greater Torch Wand, which we just got. Yes, it allows us to re-roll our dice. What a find for the first start, the very first action of the game. That's pretty amazing. I like that. Now, I'm moving the token. I'm going to continue to show you this. I'm just going to show you this time. I'll keep doing it off camera. But we're going to move the token up. We're going to take our next phase. All right. Now, again, he's got 4 movement. I think we're going to... I'm going to pull this down a little bit so we can be a little closer to us. We're going to go northward and see if we can expand the map out that way. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. For our 4th action, we're going to pull a terrain card right there. What do we get? Let's see. That is a busy card. It was also on the starting cards. It's interesting because I shuffled them back in. There's a lot going on here. No village, but this is good news. We got herbs. That's going to help us heal our village. We got 2 enemies to fight and some more treasure on our way. It's a market, not a village, so we don't have to go around it. That is fine. So we're right here. That was the end of our 2nd phase. Let me populate this board. So when you're populating an enemy spot, I'll just do this now. I'll get these. We're going to pick this. We're going to take the top one. So the very first enemies here is going to be a wolf pack. They are not very powerful, as you are aware. They're just a 1/1, if you probably saw it on the board. And the second one is going to be bandits. All right, the bandits are going to go up here. That's great. We have an herb here to collect and another item here to collect. We'll just put these guys on discard for now, and we're ready to move on to our final movement phase. Okay, well, Howler here is not going to take a full move again. He's just going to go 1, 2 to here. Stop there to pick up. I could pass this item up and keep going, but we might as well collect our first 2 items, and so we have stuff to do. So we're going to collect an item there. Let's see what we get. We'll pull this over. We're going to get a basic shield. Now this means it's 1 use basically, but we can prevent a hit. So that is great. We'll take that. So we got a shield and the Greater Torch Wand. That is a good start for us. However, that marks the end of our phase. So we're going to move to our enemy phase. Now I got to check to see where you go in order. You go in this order in activation. So we're going to activate the bandits, and then we're going to activate the wolves. Bandits have a movement of 2, wolves have a movement of 1. Neither of them are going to get to us, but that's okay. It wouldn't have mattered if they did. I would have fought them anyway. But they're a little far. So the wolves are going to go 1. I'm sorry, the bandits are going to go 1, 2. They're now in the enemy danger spot where the wolves were, and the wolves will move right there. So they're right next to each other. We're going to go clobber those. At least we'll get our 3 kills going. And then we got to get to that herb, see if we can find another village. Now, what's interesting about this tile, as you see this here, there's no road there. This is a dead end coming from this direction, but we do have 2 ways out here and here, so we're probably going to deal with those. All right, that marks the end of the enemy phase. Now we go back around to our next round of phases. However, we do have to tick this up 1. We're running out of time for our quest here already. I am excited to take on these bandits. They're equal to us in strength. I think we can defeat them, especially with the items that we have. We have rerolls and the ability to stop damage, because they will give us a bonus movement point. I think that's going to end up being helpful for us later as we're trying to rush around and finish these quests. But for now, we're going to take our first action. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to land on these wolves. Remember, our movement is 4 currently. We're going to land on the wolves, and we're going to battle them. So let's do that. Okay, taking on the wolves, and just to show you their little image right there, that's what the wolves look like. It's pretty good. I like the artwork of the game. It's really good, solid. We're going to roll these 4 dice here, and we're the white dice. They are the black dice. The wolves have a strength of 1. We have a strength of 2, so right now we have a 1-point advantage. If you roll doubles, you get a point. You get to add +1 to that roll. So, for example, if this was our roll, we would have had 12. That would have been a 13, but it's not. However, they rolled a 6, 7, 8. We rolled a 7, so we're tied. That's okay. The ties go to the player. So at the end of the day, we have tied because we have a +2, they have a +1. So we defeated the wolves. They only have 1 health. So the wolves are... Oh wait, yeah, we got the wolves. The wolves are gone. Now remember, the wolves give us a bonus health. That's not helpful to us right now because we're at max health. But I'm not going to bother to remove the dice bowl yet because for our second phase of this turn, we're just going to take 1 step over and take on the bandits as well. Now the bandits do have a strength of 2, so we are equally tied, but again, we have our items that will help us in this battle. So let's see what we can do here. Well, this one's cocked. I'll re-roll it a 2, so a 7 versus a 9. That's not good, right? Because basically they're winning. I can re-roll ours, or I can just absorb the hit with the shield. I think for this round we'll just absorb the hit. That means we're going to lose the shield. The shield absorbed the damage and broke. Then we're going to go to another round. Remember, the bandits have a 2 health, so we need to hit them twice to defeat them. And there we go. They got a 7. We got an 8. +1, 9. We're tied, so we beat them without having to re-roll. That's good because remember, doubles get a +1. So we took 1 health away from the bandits. We still have another round to fight them. So first round, and they hit our shield. The shield crumbles in our hands, breaks in half, and then we lunge out and with our greater torch wand and flame them, torch them. Some of the bandits burn, but we have to defeat them again. Oh, that's not good. That's a 5 versus a 7. So they have, remember, we're equal in strength, 2 and 2, so they have beat us right now. I do believe I'm going to use, I need a token for that, so I can put it on our greater torch wand. We have 3 uses of that. I'm going to use our first use to re-roll our dice. Hopefully we get better. We did not. That is bad. I guess we'll take the hit. I don't want to completely burn out the wand because we have tougher enemies we might have to fight. So our health goes down to 4. We're going to take our next action. And we keep going until there's no escapes, no running away. We fight until we win or lose. Okay, so they got a 7 and we got a 9, so we're okay. And that means since we're equal, we beat them. That was their last health, so we've defeated the bandits. And the good news is, while we did take a health hit, we do gain a movement. That is the bonus for killing the bandits. All right. Very active second turn. Now, we're not really doing a lot of moving because we're trying to gather these things. The good news is we did take out these enemies, but we're just going to step up here. We need an herb, regardless, to be able to heal a village. So we're going to get that herb. That goes on our player mat. We went and collected herbs right there. And that is going to be the end of our third phase. We go to the enemy phase. There are no enemies on the board, so there's nothing to come at us right now. And then at the end of the enemy phase, we are going to move our marker up. Now they're going to repopulate in the next turn. We're going to get to go to our next 3 phases. So we can go here, that would be 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4 to move, or we can go 1, 2, 3, and 4 to move. I think we'll go 1, 2, and we're going to explore this place up here for the third one. Oh good, there's a village and herbs. This is a great tile for us. And there's a way out in 3 directions. So we're going to put that there. I'll just populate the easy stuff right now. We got the herbs, and we have a village to heal, our first village. This is great. And then we're going to draw an enemy card to see what's populated. It's going to be wolves. There's just a few wolves in our way. That's good because we'll go get that herb, and then we'll heal our point from killing the wolves. Hopefully we kill the wolves in one shot. That'd be great. Remember, we only have 2 uses of our greater torch wand left. Okay, let's continue on. That was action phase part 1. That's it. We did get to move 1 more onto the space, so right there. Do I want to heal the village or go get the wolves and the cure first and head that direction? I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 up to the wolves. We'll take the wolves on. I'll just pull this down right here. We don't need to see everything, right? We're going to fight these wolves. Remember, the wolves have just 1 health. We just have to hit them once, and we have a +1 against them right now because our strength is 1 better than theirs. They did pretty well, but we did better, so we defeated the wolves. That's it. They're, just remember, a 1-hit monster, so they are defeated. We'll take them off the board, and we've killed another set of wolves. That actually heals us. Remember, in this card, our reward for killing a wolf is +1 health. We're going to get 1 more health. That is fantastic. And then we're going to move for our third action. We're just going to move here and get this herb. Now, that enemy space is going to repopulate. So when we go back to the village, we're going to have to fight again. But that's okay because fighting is good. Now, keep in mind, we have killed all 3. We got our quest token now is full. We killed wolves, bandits, and then wolves again. So the first part of our quest, we've completed the enemy portion of that. Now we got to get to the villages, and that's a little harder. We got basically a handful of turns to get to that village over there. Hopefully, there's more villages this way that we can heal because we do have 2 herbs, and that would be enough. And that's one of the reasons I went for the herbs. Now we could continue up north and go that way, but I think, this village is right here. We know it's there. We got to go get it. All right, that marks the end of our turn. We're going to go to the enemy turn. There are no enemies yet, so we go back around. They're not going to attack us, but we're going to have one in our way. The reason we're going to have one in our way is because of this. This populates enemies on every enemy spot on the board. So let's go do that. So right now there's 3 enemy spots to populate. We're going to start with the one right next to us. Wonderful, just some wolves. We'll take care of them quickly. Down here at this next spot, it's going to be some bandits. And then down here at this third spot, it's going to be wolves again. Now this is good and bad because these are weaker monsters, but that means we're leaving more powerful monsters in the enemy deck right now to come after us, and we won't reshuffle it until we've gone through the whole thing. So that's not great. But we're back around to our next phase. We got 3 more rounds to complete this quest. I hope we can do it. Feels a little tight to me. Of course, that's the way it's supposed to feel. So, anyway, for our first action, we're only moving 1, unfortunately, because we're going to battle these wolves here and hopefully take them down. Well, we will take them down. It's just a matter of, do we take any damage in the process? They only have 1 hit, so I'm not going to bother with the health tracker. We'll just do this. Oh, man, look at that. We both got doubles, so they got a 3, 4. We got a 10, 11, 12, 13 just right off the bat. So we took out the wolves. We can't heal anymore, so the reward doesn't matter. And we killed some enemies, but that doesn't matter anymore either because we've in our quest for in service to the people, we've already defeated the enemies that are around here. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 because we're awesome and have gained a movement point from fighting those last bandits. For our second action, that gets us 1 step closer. Then for the next one, we're just going to move up to this village, and we're going to use one of our herbs to cure that village. That gives us one of our villages that we've healed. We just need 1 more. Hopefully we can do it in time. Now we're going to go to the enemy phase. We are going to have some enemy movement. Enemies are going to chase you all over the place. So these guys are going to move 2 to here. These wolves are going to move 1 to here, and that's it. So we're not too bad off there. Then we're going to go back to our beginning phase. We're going to move up 1 more on the round track. We got 2 more rounds to find another village. So for our first action, we're going to move. We're just going to go 1 to here, 2 to reveal a terrain, Oh, there's a village and... ooh. There's a problem as well. It's a dead end. Oh, man, that may have blown this quest for us right there, guys. We have no way to get back. We have to come from here or up here. Either way. I think going up there is probably quick. I don't know. Maybe I think going up there might be quicker. All right, well, that was... I still have one more point of movement left. So see, we're here. Now I got more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll just go there next turn. We're going to move... Second phase, we're going to move 1 and go take on these bandits, hopefully. Hopefully it's not too tragic for us, right? Let's see what we get. It's going to be us versus them. We still have our Greater Torch Wand. Oh, I need to populate this other tile regardless, even though I can't get to it. There's stuff on it I need to put out. So we got a village and item and herb, but we can't get to it. All right, now let's do our battle. Yay. 7 versus a 5. Remember, they're +2. We're +2, so we're even. They've beat us. We're going to re-roll. We'll spend our torch. We've got one more action from our Greater Torch Wand. Oh my gosh, that's been useless to us. So we're going to take a hit from the bandits. Remember, the bandits have 2 health, so this could go really south for us. Next round, okay, they got a 7. That's okay, because we got a 9. And then we're tied, and our bonuses, remember they got a 7 because this gives them a +1, and then they get +2, so they're a 9, we're a 9, 11. We gave them 1 health damage there. We need 1 more to go. This will put our movement up to 6. That's good. That'll max out our movement. Oh, we whooped them on the first one, on the last one here, so we got them. That's going to kill the bandits. That is great. No more bandits to worry about on that space. And we get to add 1 to our movement. Our movement is now maxed out at 6, though our health is down to a 4. Not wonderful. Got to find a village. Takes the village, right? All right, that was our one. No, I moved here for the first one, second one, third one was battling. So it's now the enemy phase. These wolves are going to move 1. We're going to move our time tracker up 1. Man, we're running out of time. We're going to go here. I'm setting up all the time things again. I'm not going to keep showing you that. We got 3 phases. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1. For our second one, we're going to go 1, 2. Are you joking? Okay, we're going to lose this quest because we're right there. There is herbs in front of us. We might as well continue our movement and collect the herbs. And that's our second action. So then for our third action, we're going to have to come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is going to be it. Man, we're going to lose that quest. That's such a shame. Just circumstances are going to make us lose that quest. We ran into 2 dead ends in a row. Ah, that's rough. Okay, well, this is the name of the game, right? Okay, so next up we are going to our enemy phase. The wolves move 1 there. That's fine. We're going to have to go through the wolves. That's okay because it's going to help us heal. But as we go to our final round on this card, man, it's so close. Oh, that's really painful. Wow. Maybe I can get to a village if we get super lucky. Maybe. I don't know. I doubt it. I have the herbs, but it's not going to matter. We'll have to do it for this one. We are going to take our enemy phase. The wolves are going to move 1. Not a big deal. Then we're going to move this tracker up. I already moved the wolves 1. Sorry. Okay. Now, the thing I want to show you down here is this. This means that the monsters now are all +1. So I'm going to put this right here over our tracker. All monsters are now +1. I believe that's the way it works. I'm going to double check it. I don't think it makes us better. I think it makes them better. I will double check that. It says enemy strength modifier. Yeah, place 1 enemy strength modifier beside the monster stats card. Next to the cultist column. Okay. Okay. Right here, I guess. All enemies have +1 strength until the end of the game. Enemy strength modifiers. Okay, so basically, it didn't matter where I placed it was fine. It means that all the enemies have +1 strength, right? Okay, that's the end of that. We're going back to our phases. We got 3 phases to try and get to a village. Unfortunately, we got to go through the wolves, so we're going to move. It doesn't matter. We're going to get there and fight the wolves. Let's do that. Again, the good news is if we beat them in 1 shot, they'll heal us. We'll be back up to full health. 6, 9, 10, because they get the +1 now. We're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're tied. I don't need to use the wand. We did defeat the wolves. Ties go to the player. We did defeat the wolves. That means our health goes up to maximum. Then we go on to our second phase. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to see if we get a village. We do. We can make it. We can make it. We're just going to squeeze it in there, y'all, because we got one more phase left, right? And then we're going to go to our third action. We'll go 1. Oh, let me populate this first here. So we're going to enemy an item. This is actually not terrible. Let's see what our enemy is. Ooh, cultists! Man, the cultists are going to be a strength 4. They're going to whoop us if they catch us, because they're already a strength 3. They have 3 hits, 4 movement. They're going to catch up to us. I can tell you that right now. They're right here, but we got to get this village. 1, 2, 3. We're going to cure the village, and that means we completed that second quest. We also used another herb. We have one more herb left because we have some more curing to do later. Oh my gosh, on this tile, enemies get a +2. That was our third action. Man, we might lose against the cultists. That is super bad, because now we go to the enemy phase. Man, should I have... We took our chances. Okay, this might be the end of the game. The cultists are going to move 3, so they're going to go 1, 2, 3 right on top of us in the enemy phase, and we're going to have to fight them. Now, the cultists... The cultists are a whopping, let's see, now we have +1 against cultists, so we're a +3. They have a combat strength of 3, +2 for the strength, so 5. So we're a 5 versus a 3. We got to get really lucky here. And remember, they have 3 health. So let's see what we can do. Oh, well, that's not great. So 5 versus, they're +2, right? I'm going to use the last charge on our wand. Our Greater Torch Wand is now gone. And I'm going to try and beat that, because that's a pretty low number. I think we can do it. We did. Okay, so we did do a point of damage to the cultists. We got 2 more to go. Remember, cultists allow us to raise any stat, so hopefully we get them quickly. We can raise our combat up to 3. A 6 plus 5 is 11. 5, 6, 7, 8. What do we have? We have a 9 for our bonus. 10, 11. We're tied. Oh, thank God. That is so good. We dropped them down to 1. Okay. We're doing well. We're doing well. This is a big fight. That's not good. They did beat us there for sure. We're going to take a health damage. We have nothing else we can do at this point other than continue the battle. We only have 1 point left. A 3 versus a 4. They won again. We have no way to reroll. We're down to 3 health. Could be the end. Doubles is a 3, but look what they rolled. We're down to 2 health. Come on, dice. We're about to lose the game. Okay, a 5. 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, they were +2 on us, right? So we're tied. We did defeat them in the last round. Ouch. Super, super painful. We get to pick the stat of our choosing, but I think we already know what it's going to be. It's going to be health. So we cannot die. That would be good, right? But now we're going to get to continue on with our next phase. And I think we're in a really good place to get to our next quest. So let's do that. Okay, for our first action. Now, by the way, I can reduce my other stats. I was reducing health. I can reduce my combat and my movement. And I was probably about to start doing that. But I didn't want to. So we're going to go, let's see, we got a movement of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here, where we will collect an item. Now we're on the board for our second quest with an item. And an item is helpful. So let's see what we get. Oh, now we get the normal torch wand. That has 2 uses on it. Okay. That's not bad. And then we're going to go... oh, we can't go north there. So we have to go south. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't get to do that. That's our second action. So when 1, we're going to reveal the terrain card. Okay, not terrible. Not terrible. There's an item there. That's great. And a village item. Let's see what enemy we have on that board. It is forest giants. They're not as bad as the cultists, for us anyway. And there's no bonuses, so it's not terrible. They are right here. And then there is also a village. Okay, now that was 1 point, so we're going to go 2, 3, get this other item. That puts us up 2 on our quest. And we get to draw another item. What do we get? Greater War Charm. that does something different. But it's got 3 uses on it, so we'll get a token out and make sure we got the 3 uses for that item. I like that the items have uses, because for these quests we have to collect items, we've got to use them up, so it kind of encourages us to do so. And then that item specifically has a different ability on it. Let's see, that one does the Greater War Charm. I'm glad we pulled the Greaters, because there's also just War Charms. Basically just means they have an extra use. After rolling, count the value of the higher die roll twice. Okay, so basically we get to take... Count the higher... Okay. After rolling, count the value of the higher die rolled twice and ignore the value of the smaller die roll. So if we roll a 4 and a 3, in this case, it shows us that it's actually 2 4s. So, for example, if you roll a 2 and a 4, you roll a total of 8. I like that. Take the higher die. I don't think it means you get to add the bonus, the +1 bonus for being cool for doubles, but I don't know. We'll see. All right. Well, our map is building out in an interesting way, isn't it? I only have 1 herb, though, so I can cure that village, but then I didn't go northward in that other map to get the herbs that I needed because it was blocked. I didn't realize it was blocked. There's no way to get to that tile. So for our third and... No, that was our first action. Yeah, sorry, first action was to reveal the tile. Second action was to move and get the items. Third action, we're going to move down here, take on these giants. Hopefully we do that quickly. We got enough items now to do it, right? So let's get those out. Now remember, the giants have 3 health, but they're not as tough as the cultists were on that last board. The giants have a strength of 2, so we're tied 2 and 2 right now, and we have a lot of items, so we're good. Okay, we did get, and we beat them on the first one, so we took 1 health down. There we go. We did not. That's really bad. No point in using the War Charm, but we will use our 1 use from the Torch Wand and re-roll. Look at that, doubles and a +1, so we killed... That's giants are down to 1 health now. They're not dead yet. They're still fighting us. We still got to get them. And look at that, we got a... We beat them, so we killed the giants. That is great. Okay, giants are off the board. And the giant bonus is to get +1 combat, so our combat is now at 3. That is fantastic. But that was our last action. We're going to move on to the enemy turn. That's it for the enemies. And we have moved to the new... well, actually, we already did. I take it back. We should have already been here. Oh, remember, there are 3. I still think it didn't matter. I still think we won. We whooped them. Okay, but I think this means we move here now, doesn't it? I think. No, I think we were here, right? We were here. We moved there. Now we're there. We got 1 more turn to go on that, which means I didn't actually accomplish this yet. I don't remember. I'm going to go back and look. Hold on. Okay, half right. We are here. We only got 1 of those items, though, because 1 of them I got before we clicked over to here. So that does mean we go to here, and we're going to repopulate all the enemies on the board. Let's do that. Battle Frenzy. There's only 2 cards left. I'm going to shuffle up the enemy deck. The first one's going to be the Crimson Guard. I'll put those ones... I got to look and see if they populate right on top of us. I'll populate ours last. And then Forest Giants are going to go where? That's the next close one there. And then we're going to shuffle these up and start to go again. There's a lot of enemies on the board now, but we're going away from them. Nowhere else to go, actually. Okay. Let's, I think we got these nice and shuffled. So Forest Giants, again, next. Let's get a club. For the Forest Giants, those are going to go here. And is that it? No, there's 1 more. Oh, sorry. Those go here. So Forest Giants there. We're going to have wolves. A wolf pack way up north. They're going to have to come chase us down up here. And then we have the one that's right on top of us. Let's see what... wolves. Great. That's fantastic. We're going to have to fight the wolves immediately. Since we're on top of them, I think we have to fight them. Maybe not. I don't know. I think because they spawn right under us. I'll see. It probably doesn't address that in the rules. That's unusual. But let me check, and then we'll get started with our next rounds in our next episode. So this will be a 2-episode playthrough. We're going to stop right here. I think that was good enough for today. Thank you for watching. Please let me know if I did make any mistakes. I do think I caught the fact I didn't move the round marker in that one, and I only got 1 of the items counted toward our goal. So we need to continue to find items. Healing that village right now, right here, does open us the ability to come back here, but I think I'm going to go south and leave that alone for now, because as part of our final quest, we do have one herb, so we do have one village that we know we can get to, that we can cure. So maybe we can wrap around here and come back to that village, maybe get another one on the way once we've cleared this quest card. All right, well, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Please get in the chat, like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you think of this little game. I think it's a fun one, so I hope you enjoy it, and maybe it'll spur you to pick it up. I don't know. It wasn't expensive. It did take a while to get here because I think it's a small company, and it's making me interested to try their other game. It's just called Pest, I believe, and it's based on some I don't know, some fiction or something that I don't even know about. So it's a cool little game. I like the idea of playing the plague doctor and running around trying to heal the land. It's pretty neat. All right, take care. Talk to you in the next one. Bye bye.